I don't care what anybody says. There is a godly look and there is an ungodly look. If you see a real godly person, there is a look they carry, an appearance, a persona. If you see an ungodly person, there is a look. Let nobody deceive us. That we live in an era of liberty and everything is permissive is a lie from the pit of hell. I know in those days, in the village, based on both correct culture and godly culture, ladies will find it difficult to sit on bicycle like this. They sit and cross their leg on the other side. How many of you understand what I'm talking about? That's a level of decency and modesty. They sit on the other side like this. I'm sure you understand what I'm talking about. And cross their leg like this. Am I communicating? You see, Solomon talked about the attire of a harlot. In Proverbs chapter 7 and in verse 10, he saw a woman, he said, with the attire of a harlot. Proverbs 7:10. And somebody said there is no dress like that. What is the attire of the harlot? The attire of the harlot is the attire that markets the flesh as a good for use. Markets the flesh as a product to be exploited. Right? When you come to any organization, they market their products. In these end times, there is too much flesh marketing going on. The tighter, the better. Tight at the back, tight at the chest, tight at the sides, so that you can properly market flesh. They wear it to the disco and wear it to church. And we say God is not watching. Why do we deceive ourselves? You clap and sing for nothing and still end in hell. Do you understand? The tighter, the better is the marketing of the flesh. Instead of us advertising our spirituality, we are a generation of people advertising our carnality. See how fat my chest is. See how fat my back is. See how fat my sides are. Just take a look. Just take a look. And when people look at you, the first thing that comes to their mind is immorality. You are now directing people in directions that will lead them in damnation. And yet, I am a daughter of Zion. I am a child of God. What happens to decency? What happened to dignity? Do you understand what I'm talking about? One of the worst things that can happen to a church person is to become a tool in the hand of Satan. Do you understand? The tragedy is that many children of God has joined the children of the devil to fulfill Satan's vision. Take your seat. Look at all the men seated here. Very rare before you will see anybody with an open chest. And even if he's not wearing a tie, his button is on the neck here. For the women is the opposite. The cleavage of the chest must be open. The things that used to be hidden in those days are now to be exposed to the damnation of the world. And we wear like that and come to church. And the challenge is that grandmothers are wearing the same thing. There is no age difference anymore. I saw a woman drawing my attention at the reception the other day. Elderly woman, wrinkle everywhere, and yet is still exposing the chest and the cleavage. I say, what a madness is this? It's a demon. It's a spirit of the age that is defiling the world and then trying to defile the church and must be resisted. Kind of God changed your life and did not change your wardrobe. When I gave my life to Christ, my wardrobe changed. I am a man, but my wardrobe changed. Take your seat. Is somebody hearing what I'm saying here? It's not a matter of rules and regulations. Let your conscience convince you. The way you are looking, do you represent the kingdom? If the master appears suddenly, can he call you, daughter, how are you? St. Augustine of old said, preach the gospel always, and when necessary, use words. You know the meaning of that? Let your life be the major preaching. In our own village, if they see you some kind, they say, see prostitute going. In our village, if they see you some kind, the way some people appear in church now, if it was on, they say, see prostitute going. He said the same in your village. See prostitute going. You have not, they don't know where you are going. Oh. You may even be carrying Bible going to church. Say, see prostitute going. Because there is an Egyptian lifestyle. And there is a Hebrew lifestyle. And God is calling us today to take him seriously and take our souls seriously, so that nobody blames him after death. Take your seat. Change is in appearance, look. I said there is a godly look and there is an ungodly look. Number 4, change is in association. It is not possible to maintain the same associations, ungodly associations, if you have come to the master. He said, be ye not unequally yoked together with unbelievers. Be not. Association. Show me your friends, I show you your future. Show me who speaks into your life, and I show you where you will end like Adam. Association. You are born again, filled with the Holy Ghost, tongue talking. Your closest friend is a drunkard. Closest friend is a smoker. Closest friend is a chaser. Closest friend is a homosexual. I said, no problem. He cannot convince me to do what he's doing. We just knew each other long ago. For where? You see, have you ever seen where fly is playing on top of hot stove? Even if the fly woke up and say, I dreamt a dream, I was on hot stove playing. Is that dream possible? You are fire and they are garbage, and they can be around you and not suffocate. I have people I knew before who avoid me like a plague, because your mere appearance torments their soul. It convinces them. It makes them know that you are wasting your life. Change on time. You haven't preached yet. There is something about you that makes them feel very irresponsible and useless. So they stay away. They stay away. Until they are ready to change, they don't come near you. They call them Christians first in Antioch. Concerning the apostles in Acts of the Apostles chapter 5, he said the rest of the world could not join themselves to them. They found it hard to join to them. Why? Because their lives it was fire, and you cannot play around fire. Take your seat in the presence of the Lord. Is God speaking to somebody here? The essence of Christianity is change. It is change. It is change. Finally, it is change in atmosphere. Change in the atmosphere, or what you call the aura of our lives. There is an atmospheric change that happens to the life of a Christian. An atmospheric change. You know the meaning of that? Before, there was an ungodly presence around you. Now, when people see you, they feel something. They smell something. They sense something. Sister, when unbelievers keep on pursuing you and say, hi baby, can I check yourself? There is something that is pulling them. Right? If there is that Holy Ghost atmosphere I'm talking about, they look at you with respect. They look at you with dignity.